So the question is it really possible? Well, let's get a reaction now from Popular Science senior editor Sophie Bushwick. Hey, thanks for joining us. Man going to Mars has been a dream for a very long time. Elon Musk is a dreamer. He's gotten a few things done. Is this an overreach, though? Is this really something that's within, we're getting this close?
Well, we're not going to be going to Mars in 2019. So Musk has said that his goal is to test his BFR rocket in the first half of 2019. And that would probably be just a short up and down flight, a sort of way to show that it's like a test run to make sure it can take off, to make sure it can land. But even that would be pretty exciting because this rocket has the goal of being basically the most powerful rocket humans have ever had operational. So the biggest rocket to date was the Saturn V. That's the rocket that took astronauts on the Apollo missions, got them to the moon. And this one would have a greater carrying capacity than the Saturn V, and it would be 100% reusable, which the Saturn V wasn't.
Right. I mean, but there would be so many other additional complications with such a trip if it were possible, certainly than going to the moon, right?
Oh, this would have
a lot more complications. Not just the power of the rocket, but there's other things too, adjusting our bodies, the time, and whatever. I mean, it's just, how long would it take theoretically?
Well, I mean, Musk has said he wants to test the BFR in 2019 and have it.
The trip, like if we were.
Oh, the trip itself?
Let's say everything went great and it's 2030 and we're ready to go. I mean, is there an estimate time? Okay, it would take X amount of weeks, days, months, or whatever.
I think it would take months. And then once you got to Mars, you'd be settling in for a long trip, right? It wouldn't be worth going unless you were going to have people presumably stay there and die there. And some people might be able to come back. But I think if people who really are ready to go to Mars, they're ready to become Martians, to really colonize the place and not look back.
You think Elon Musk, can you talk to how much he's sort of reinvigorated the idea of space travel? And we see the reusable rockets and they're landing, and we're getting these spectacular launches from Cape Canaveral and places like that. I mean, he's sort of brought an excitement back to it, though, that was missing for a long time.
Right. One of his goals, he said, is to create something aspirational, to encourage people to sort of dream big and to be really optimistic about the future of humanity. And I think that, I mean, in my office, when last month, the Falcon Heavy rocket, he launched a Tesla into space, and then the rocket components landed themselves again. And that was everyone in the office gathering around our computers, watching this live stream. It was incredibly exciting. And I think that if that's his goal, to bring attention to space and to invigorate people, then he's certainly succeeded in that.
Of course, everyone's socially conscious these days, and everything's got to have, some sort of social positive component from mankind and the environment. Has he been able to make that argument that these trips are worthwhile? I mean, it costs a lot of money, and people do question at the end of the day, beyond, the circus atmosphere of it, is there a legitimate reason for doing these things?
Well, one thing that he said is that in the event of some catastrophe befalling, in the event of some catastrophe befalling Earth, that having human colonies on other planets would, allow humanity to survive in some way. Frankly, the easiest way to save humanity is to fix problems here on Earth, not to try to colonize, not to try to colonize a very hostile planet. But I mean, another benefit there could be is that the private sector in space is growing. Venture capitalists last year invested billions of dollars in it, and the idea is that you could have maybe tourism flights to space that would be affordable. Well, that type of thing.
I got to tell you, Sophie, thank you for coming in because I think it's exciting. We'll see if it ever comes to fruition. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.